Ladies and gentlemen, today I bring you a simple little video, and that is on this old dog right here. Man, oh man, it's been a while. It's been with us for a while. Built in late 2022, fully functioning in 2023 after I built said battery in there. But speaking of said battery in there, I gotta remember, man, this battery is not super old, but it's got some years on it. It's probably got a lot of cycles on it, and I know it has a lot of miles. So long story short, I want to see if this battery and this bike is it still up to par. So with all that being said, before I get into the nitty gritty of it all, let's hit the road and then let's talk. So as I leave my neighborhood, I basically want to say this route is not going to be anything too crazy. I really just want to circle my area. But for this particular part of the video, y'all see this address right here. I don't know why this bike has become the check out my old houses bike, but this is another old house. So if you remember the last drive where I went to my aunt's house when we first came out here in Vegas, this is the house we moved into to get out of her house. So let's go there. And that's where I hit this address. That's when I'll come back home. And honestly, I'm just gonna circle my neighborhood and drain this battery as much as possible. But speaking of draining this battery, let's talk about that. So like I said in the intro, it's been a while since I've been on this bike. It's been since that drive, which was a few months ago. This battery's about 2 years old now, built in March 2023, and I've taken this bike pretty far. A lot of group rides, a lot of different locations, you know, the Summerlins, went to the Strip, went to the Strip a few times. You know, this battery has some miles. So, not only does it have some miles, not only is it old, I could say it's a possibility that the crash on this bike may have affected this battery. And maybe not too much, but I just think the hard slamming could have caused a slight problem for all I know. And I think that slight problem would be not quite the cells. I think the cells are just fine when it comes to damage or whatnot. But I think there's a possibility. Hey, we got a Harley, man. Hey. I think there's a possibility that this battery could be going through what the Sur-Ron battery's going through, and that is the copper connections possibly popping off from that hard slamming crash, and then going to the old location that me and my family used to sleep at. On my way back home, I hit 2 big potholes. I didn't see them. And I was fine, but then right around when I got home, I think I went to play with some power a little bit, and it cut off. The bike cut off on me. I was looking at the BMS app, and it said a 0.300 volt difference. So if I have enough time, we got the battery up. We were at 93, but now that I've done some driving, we're at 90. We're at a 0.08 volt difference. We were just at a 0.0 or 0.002. So 8 is nothing. That's beautiful, actually. Oh. Chain a little loose. I might need to tighten this shit. That was a nasty bit of clunk in there. Oh my god, this electric F-150. You know what, man? They made the F-150 look normal until they decided to give it that weird ass headlight setup. I need you to get in front of me, or oh, I got turn signals. I keep forgetting this bike has turn signals. I think he was letting me in front, but I don't be paying attention. You want to get past me anyways. So I'm going slow because, long story short, I'm checking up on this battery and I'm going to do some driving on it because I want to make sure it's still up to par. I want to make sure that there is no loose connections. Wait, shit, I don't need to turn. What did I think I need to turn? I'm so used to having to go on Blue Diamond all the time. I'm thinking I gotta go on Blue Diamond. I don't. But like I was saying though, I'm making sure this battery is still good. I'm making sure it has no issues, no disconnected cells. So I'm gonna be needing to check my battery every once in a while. I don't want to forget that. I am kind of playing a little bit of a dangerous move going out this far. Oh man, this road's a little more fucked than I remember it being. So speaking of loose connections, yeah, I'm playing a risky game going out this far, because if it cuts off, we ain't quite got the vehicle like that to carry this bike back home. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, or just say fuck it and walk. But anyways, yeah, make sure this battery's still good, up to par, no issues. And after all that, no cutoffs, no major like voltage differences, I'm gonna see what range this bike still has. Can it still comfortably do 40 miles in gear 1? Because that's what we're in right now. Is it a little less? Let's find out. So this trip is 7 miles. This old house we're about to check out, which is funny, I haven't seen this house since we moved out of it, just like my aunt's house. So this is about to be kind of funny to see the house and neighborhood again. Cabs. I thought those were cops at first because of the tan baggers. I thought I'd just wait for some cops. I mean, shit, they still cruising, so why not? This is actually a good time to check the battery. Let's see the voltage cell difference, 17. That's jumped a bit. My Big Bobber does that. It still gets 75 miles. when using 17 kilowatts peak in gear 1, so that could just be the cell characteristics. I can't say the word properly, but I think I know what I'm trying to say. It might just be the cells. You know, these cells are not going to act exactly the same, obviously. So that might not be an issue, hopefully. I really don't want to have to walk this bike. But I'm doing what I got to do right now. I want to make sure this battery's still all good. Oh shit, there was kind of something I wanted to say, but I forgot. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I think I can't act. It's only been a week or two since, 2 weeks since the Eastgate Con. I'm actually out here recording something and driving on two wheels again a little sooner than I wanted. Yeah, that's why I keep adjusting my pants still. I'm out here a little earlier doing it for this bike. But I'm also saying that the crash alone is going to make me aware, because it is the first time for everything, I guess. That wasn't the first crash, obviously. That was my second. But little did I know that I would ever have a moment where I just like daydream off a little bit. Hey, that's real nice. I never thought I would have a moment where I literally daydream off and just become oblivious to traffic lights. So I'm trying to be so aware right now, because my God, bro, with all that shit that I was explaining that happened, I didn't go into detail, obviously, you know, it's family shit, that's private shit, but just me talking about the family issues and all that, that shit has me drained. I have never woken up out of my sleep to feel like I need to go to bed. My brain's still fried. Let's just say that. It's still fried. It's pretty early in the morning right now, it's 10 a.m. So I think I've gotten some good sleep. Brain's fried. I got turn signals I keep forgetting to use. Woo-wee. Man, I would have loved to have turn signals on my new bike, but no, man, I got a bad switch. Maybe one of these days I'll go ahead and fix that up. But that is a little unlikely, because it's just not something I think about once I'm actually riding around and on the bike. I only ever think about it when I'm on this bike. One thing this bike doesn't have is a brake light. So when I hit my brakes, my tail light does not brighten up even more to let you know that I'm on the brakes right now. But here we are, we're in the neighborhood. This isn't quite my block, but this is part of the neighborhood. We're at 79.6 volts. I know one thing, when I used to go to Ver rideouts on this bike, and I do something like 10 to 12 miles, I usually have about, I think, 80-something%. So if we're at 80% turning 7 miles, it might still have some decent battery, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be. But here we are. This is, wait, what the hell? Oh shit, no, I'm stupid. I'm wondering why this is not familiar. Here it is. Yeah, there we go. This is the street. This is Mulgrave. That's right. Unless I'm wrong, there was a full gate there. It looks like they I was about to say they bricked it up. That sounds crazy. This is the house. My God, is that motherfucker little. They were trying to get into any house possible just to get out of my aunt's house. And I think the person my mom was working for, she had a house available. My mom was like, oh, really? And they made everything work. And then bam, we popped up in this little ass house. Some decent fun times in this house. So we got 81 volts. What? 81 volts? We got 81%. And this should have been only a 7-mile trip. So that alone is starting to tell me this battery capacity is definitely going to be a little lower, which again is not surprising. I'd be surprised if I haven't used over 500 cycles. So again, I usually do about 10-12 miles, and I would have 80%. Oh, it's still going down. So we might have like 78% for all I know. All this stuff is 23 watts. See how much it goes down when we turn it off. Jeez, down 7, now 0. Damn, this little thing alone uses 7 watts. Oh, it's back up 7. Oh man, there was somebody, I think they used to live, I don't remember if they lived at this house or the one next door. One of these 3 houses, they had a nice blue Corvette. That one was nice, man. This was also the same house, man. We used to see squirtles. Yeah, I'm trying, y'all. But let's head back now, because now I gotta see how much battery I'm gonna have on the way back. Okay, yep, it's exactly a 7-mile trip. We're down about 79%. That thing sound like got a diesel. Is that one of them VWs with a diesel? Sheesh, the bikers is out today. It is some good weather out here. A little Grom. Oh man, and I'm on this bike. Just reminded me of the Grom days. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of dumb. I'm glad I know that this trip is specifically 7 miles. So I'm gonna be doing 14, because my fool self ain't bring the mileage app up. I didn't bring the mileage app up at all. So I'm gonna make sure to go straight back to the house. And if I am going to continue circling the neighborhood, let's bring the mile app up before I leave the neighborhood. And then whatever miles I do, I gotta add 14 to it, because I did not bring that app up at all. I like that I got mirrors to actually be able to check my camera again too. It's still recording, I ain't got my extra battery on, so that wasn't a far trip. I had a feeling I wouldn't need it. Damn though, I wish these scabs would come off, because it's some pretty good riding weather, but honestly, me still being very tired, I would just like to be able to do these things at, 100% brain power. Y'all are not close enough, so I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Gotta whip this motherfucker. I gotta stop being so scary, start turning these bikes. I know this one got those blocky old school wheels, but gotta hit them turns. I wanna hit them curbs. I'm doing an average of 40, so I'll at least for now say an average of 40. And whatever miles I get, I got those miles doing an average of 40. God damn, speaking of big potholes and more shit. What I do know is we're at 0.049 volt difference, so it's jumped pretty high. But it may not be any different than what it was before, because I gotta remember that was 43% and I think I was at a 0.060 volt difference. All I know is, not surprising, but this battery isn't quite at the capacity it used to be at. Especially with all the driving that I used to do. Which is just reminding me, I can't believe it's been a year already since the new bike. The new bike and its battery is already a year old. Gotta speed up. 61, jeez. Wow. Yeah, this battery is a lot lower. 61% after only 14 miles. Well, I don't see this having much miles left. Honestly, I'm estimating about 25 to 30 miles. But of course, I got a little bit more driving to do before we really know this thing's range. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This thing just cut off on me. I wasn't on this app to see the error, but the weird part about it is it cut off on me when I was standing still at the turn. I went to hit the throttle, it wasn't going, and I can already see that this was blanked out. So this thing seems to like it has a bit of glitches once it gets to a certain percentage. But I've only done 3.5 miles, as y'all can see, and we're at 54%. We went from 61 to 54. So this thing's battery is definitely shite. Update, 0.500 volt difference. 0.700 was dropping like that. 4's drop? No, everything else, 5 is dropping like that. 4 is the highest. It's at a 0.8. I'm barely doing anything, and that it's just happening. So now I'm still driving, but now I'm wondering, is it a connection issue or is it a cell issue? Well, yeah, that's clearly what happened. Is it me, or is it happening more when it's happening more when I let off? Well, this battery's fucked. Well, I'm a little annoyed the battery's fucked, because I guess I might as well say it now. I'm doing this because this bike, this beautiful bike that has been repaired with this terrible paint job, is now his. This bike, great bike, got in a crash, repaired it, then gave it to my mom. But the one time I showed her driving it, that was back in August 2024 before the mega ride. But she's only rode it that one time. She's very busy, she works a lot. So she decided to give the bike up to my brother. Oh yeah, we rolling out now. It is great to see that bike in third person. So I got my 360 camera. So once again, Project SB Square Body 1 is now his. But as y'all saw earlier, it has its issues, and it's mad annoying because, as y'all may remember, at least some of you, maybe not all of you, but a lot of 2023 content, man, it wasn't just me and Jay with the Grom days on that bike. A lot of the times it would be me, Jay on his Grom, and Axon on the Suron, old stock Suron. It's just, it was always the one problem why you didn't see him all the time, because the Suron, man, it just didn't have enough range. Hey, speaking of a Suron. But yeah, man, this Suron, it was a little slower at 40, and a lot of times me and Jay like to have fun picking up some speed. But the second problem, honestly, the bigger problem, was the range of the Suron. Especially trying to match at 40 so we can keep up with traffic, it just wasn't enough. So it's great for them to have this bike now with far better range. Well, has a damn battery issue, so it's like every time you get something so we can ride, it has a little bit of issues. There's always a limitation. Now it could obviously get a new battery, it's just when is the problem. But at least for now, I was able to still do 21 miles and get 41%, even though there was some cutoffs. He is a little heavier than me. He's not as big as he used to be at a whopping, what was it, 208? He's a little slimmer now at 170, but him still being heavier, I don't know if that means a little less range. I don't know how much less range if the battery struggles more with the added what, 40 pounds? Because I'm 130 pounds now. Yeah, your boy gaining some weight. The main issue, honestly, because 21s is not bad. I mean, 21 miles is exactly what the Surround was getting, so it's kind of at the same mileage, more power and all that. But the problem is you're getting 21 miles in gear 1, so not the fastest, not the torquiest gear mode. So when having fun, it'll drain a lot faster. But the main issue, like I was just about to say, is the cutouts. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll never cut out. You know what? I have a theory. If I were to show you all the footage, my crash footage, not the crash, but where I was at before I crashed, and just where this bike died at, I was at the same turning lane to the road I crashed on. That day I recorded the range test on that was a while back. That was recorded even before the sponsor video. I recorded the first half of the video on this bike, and then the 15th, April 15th, I was not home all the way into the 22nd, so I was gone for a week. But, you know, I recorded this first part of the footage, and then after recording it, I think like a few days later, maybe even the same day, don't remember, I end up getting the email to review that little old scooter. So this video was actually supposed to come out last week, but instead I uploaded the scooter video. But when I was recording the first half, hey, you look like you're on the scooter I just got done reviewing. But while recording the first half, man, still fatigued, still tired. I talked about it. So the point of me saying this though is that day I was tired, still fatigued from all the bull stuff that was going on in the background. Again, the family issues, and then trying to do all this recording and stuff. Still mad tired, drained. And I was at the turn right here. I'm at the turn that's going to take me down the road I crashed at. And I remember cracking a joke. Let me be extra aware this time around. I wasn't recording though. On the dead stop, wasn't driving. I got to the light. I stopped. The light was red. Tried to hit the throttle. It wouldn't go. Maybe I was too tired to go down that road. What if I would have crashed again and that just saved me from crashing? So who knows? Maybe he won't deal with any cutouts. I was supposed to test the max gear to see if it'll cut out the max gear. But when I was going from home, the rest of my family was out front chilling, and he was riding the bike around, and my dad said he just flew past. And when he came back, Axon said he was in gear 3, mashing it. So I'm like, okay, it's not cutting out in the high gear. So again, who knows? Maybe he'll never cut out. Oh yeah, dead empty. Unlike the review video, we are not here on the weekend this time. Hey, the grass is kind of green again. But that's pretty much it. He's got a bike. He's got a bike of his own now. It just needs a proper battery. The Duo's back. We're not fucking around. Okay, stop. On our way back home, and then I think it just had its first cutout. It doesn't say anything because I didn't get to it fast enough, but it more than likely cut off because the damn battery. Oh boy, he didn't stop. God dog it. Oh shit, I think he done cut off again. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big problem. So that is not good. But that is basically it, y'all. That's what's up with the bike. It's not quite where it used to be, but it's in a good enough position to have some fun. So whenever that thing gets a proper battery, we back at it. But I'm gonna say it here, y'all. That has been it. That's been an update on the bike. If y'all enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, hit the subscribe button. Let me see one more time. Like, comment, and hit the subscribe button to get electric with the rest of the people. Become electric with the rest of the people. It has been, and we are out. Peace.